Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started. And this is Ibrahimovic.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Tries to pass it through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that was vital. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Schneider. And that is expertly dealt with. Plays a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Oh, sweet. And there's the shot!
Clarence Seedorf is good enough to mix it up there with the best on the planet.
In practically every position.
Yeah, he can perform a whole number of roles in keeping with that Dutch trait of total football. And he can have the swaying influence here too. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Roberto Carlos. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's got the beating of his man. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Pirlo is behind this one. And we have the first dead... Pirlo!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
In by Ibrahimovic. And he's quick to get rid. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Schneider stood his ground strongly. Driving on and making good progress. The ball swung in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
They've played it short. Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
And he's been shifted off it. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Zanetti. Schneider. It's Schneider!
Schneider made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Inter really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Schneider.
Thailand have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That's a shade optimistic. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Nicely weighted ball. Pass is just off target. Buffon gets it away. Nicked it back promptly. Great defending, strong and determined. Schneider, this is promising. Good ball, good take. Pirlo. Messi. Now it's Bale. And it's Schneider. And here's Seedorf. Seedorf! Fantastic from Clarence Seedorf!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart from just counting the clock down as we approached half-time. It was majestic.
And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Thailand unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second period is on the way.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Pele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ambitious ball here. Now that's well seen too. Azar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Pele. Lovely bit of skill. It's Pele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was alert to it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's there to retrieve it. Pele. Nesta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Pirlo. A probing pass. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now, what about a counter-attack? Hazard powering forward here. Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Showing great feet there. Lam is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Del Piero. He's got away. Ferdinand wins the duel this time. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing...
It's Pele!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cruyff, driven in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Thailand really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Del Piero. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Bale finds himself offside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 19.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Numero 22. Schneider. Numero 17. Hazard. Numero 20. Seedorf. Lasciano il campo.
Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. The message is clear, none shall pass. Ribéry. Well, played right into his path. Makaleli. Oh, they can break here. Now he's got space here, and he plays one through. And he thumps it clear. Could move up a gear here, and that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here. Makaleli. Lam.
Inter couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bale. That's an imaginative pass.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Bale.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And reclaimed it in a trice. So just one extra minute for stoppages. Lam has the space to scheme. Rummenigge! And a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So, a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now, endurance. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Thailand displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, well measured. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Looking to play him in. Looking for the run. Nesta calmly anticipates. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tries a deft little ball. Can he finish? Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Thailand have their lead. Makaleli. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Makaleli, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Rafael Varane. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's a searching pass. That's a little off target. And he's got away from... Shoots! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Stood up well to him there. Pele ventures forward. So just 15 minutes still to come. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist?
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 13.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Numero 2.
It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. O'Shea. Platini, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Nesta. And he's had it nicked away. Well, played right into his path. Great chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Platini looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Brilliant save from Buffon! Another one of football's and how moments.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Ibrahimovic. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. Rafael Varane. Rummenigge with 2 goals already to his name. And this is Bale. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
No outsmarting him this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good take, tries a shot! And that is as much as we have time for. Thailand can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other.
Against Manchester United.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
And this is Cruyff. Cruyff with the cross. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, Red, nice interception. That's an imaginative pass. And they can counter here. That is a great pick out.
Shevchenko clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And this is Shevchenko.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. And it's Albert Ferrer. Nice looking ball. And he's cut it out. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Baresi makes the interception. Can he get on the end of this? pretty cagey early on from both sides. And it's Michel Platini. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Luis Suarez. Yamal. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Good ball over the top. Albert Ferrer opts for safety. Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. That's a good run down the left. It's a promising position. And this is Neymar. Ah, that's a fine interception. Played with speed from back to front. And this is Shevchenko. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Neymar.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Bruno Fernandes. Roberto Carlos. And here's Shevchenko. Picked out brilliant. And Shevchenko! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Thailand. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Thailand clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Big chance! Platini. Well, that has not gone well. Zanetti. No outsmarting him this time. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Oh, that's fabulous. Lahm opts to... Chance! And there's his goal! And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Thailand have their opener. It is a goal, and the shot! Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Neymar. And that was asking for too much. Platini. Ferdinand. Rafael Varane. Tries to play it through. That's a little off target. Threads one in. Varane calmly anticipates. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
In the stadium hall.
And so we're off again. Zanetti tries to pass it through, spread neatly. Lahm gets a foot in here. Has a look up and delivers. Ferdinand with the clearance. Crossed in once more. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's picked it up out wide. And here comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Thailand have the chance to go the other way. And it's Lahm. Passing is crisp and sharp. Suarez has got himself a free kick. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Pirlo! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
He's got away. Well, that looks a decent ball. Neymar receives it in a wide position. It's a sweeping cross. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
And he was quick to react. Thailand needing a change of fortune here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. Neymar! Oh, he's done very well to take... And again! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
Shevchenko! Brilliant from Shevchenko! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are tearing the opposition apart here, simply... And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. So things are underway.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round.
Diving header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Can he get on the end of this? So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Stam. Now, can they get him away? Zola. Looking for options for movement. Now that's well seen too. Saliba is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Messi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Thailand are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Vieira.
Arsenal definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
This is a promising build-up. He's on it. Can he get away? And it's Figo, and he's quick to return it. That's a super give and go. Nicely shaped cross. Cruyff. Ibrahimovic, looking for a run-up. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos. Ah, he's given it away. Rummenigge! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Lahm. Messi, he's got away. And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Backward it goes. Applies the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. Messi, looking tidy in possession here. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Lahm. Cruyff. Pirlo. Figo. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that should get the job done. Nicked it back promptly. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a fine interception. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. Yaya Toure. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's only too happy to take that back. That's been slipped through. Oh, nice touch. Lahm looking to hit the byline here. And that's the keeper's ball. Not the most accurate pass. Yaya Toure. For Lahm. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So neither side yet off the mark.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So let's get the ball rolling. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ah, such a clever touch. Messi going face to face. It's Basho! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a good ball out wide. Zola.
This is the time you need that pace.
It's Figo. Figo driving forwards. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Threads one in. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. That pass isn't the best. Oh, super ball! He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
He's gone for goal! And no, just off target. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Tries a measured ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
The attendance for this match was
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So we've reached the hour mark. That's a little off target. Now it's Ibrahimovic. This might spell Rummenigge! And he's found the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew.
It's Luis Suarez! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Figo! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And that is a little undercooked. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that pass just didn't quite work. And That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Thailand clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Messi purring through the gears. Well, what about it? Thailand are taking... Rummenigge! It's not an especially good pass, that. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? Arsenal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Lahm. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. Look at the space here. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And they can counter here. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Done delicately. And he lines up... Oh, great leap! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 9.
So we have movement on both benches.
Coming on the field is number 18, Jan Cullen.
Figo.
Substitution in progress.
Stood up well to him there. It'll be a throw-in. Nice looking ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Vieira. Messi. And the ball's come loose here. Makaleli. Rummenigge does have his name on the score sheet, of course. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Messi. Figo. And he's found... Takes a shot! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certain... And that is as far as it goes. Well, that turned out...